The road has been tough.
I carry 2 bags because I'm the stronger of the goalies.
And with their winless streak at 8, one might imagine that Penn State's spirits would be down. But this group has held steady, thanks to the coaching staff, the players, and most importantly, the seniors. So the Nittany Lions headed to East Lansing to take on the Spartans, hoping to improve in the Big Ten and national races.
Side, Rathman trying to cover up, and Penn State scores, and the Nittany Lions are within 1.
And even though they started fast and played well in spurts, Penn State dropped game 1, heightening the pressure for the second matchup of the weekend. It would take a complete team effort to get this win on the road, and that is just what they would get.
And there's knocked right by it, a power play goal, and Penn State opens up the scoring. It's Chase Berger. Andrew Sturtz again, 20 seconds to go in the period. Sturtz, the high shot. Oh, Andrew Sturtz, a dazzling goal, and Penn State leading 2-1.
A lead that they would extend on Kevin Kerr's second assist of the game.
Jousted below the Michigan State goal line, now far point shot, Kerr score! Alex Limoges out front deflects it up and over many.
Penn State leads 3-1.
The streak would end thanks to the solid play of Peyton Jones, who loves this time of year.
Forked out front into the slot, Coderico shot near circle, Jones stones him with the left toe.
And this is another remarkable showing by the sophomore netminder, and sometimes that's what it takes.
Most of these players know what it takes to win this time of year. An important victory at a critical time for Penn State.
Brian Tripp joined by Penn State head coach Guy Gadowski. Coach, what was the feeling after the win on Saturday? How good did it feel just to get back in the win column?
It felt good. It was probably more relief than anything. And as I told you, I don't think we played poorly prior to that, but we hadn't pulled it out. And to play, and actually we probably played better in some games than we did on Saturday at Michigan State. But to play well enough and to win was a great feeling. It was feeling relief, and hopefully will give us some confidence.
This week on the Penn State Hockey Story, it is a crucial senior weekend in Hockey Valley. Sweep Minnesota and host the same Gophers in Pagula for the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Plus, we learn with the players about Penn State's growing reputation in the National Hockey League.
Havlicek, 2-on-1 out front, Hamilton scores! Havlicek to Hamilton! Penn State back up 2-1, 9:29 left, second period.
In central Pennsylvania, there is a school nestled in a great valley. On its storied campus, a gift unlike any other, a modern den for its lions to call home. Inside lives a team that has changed the complexion of the college hockey world. Its uniforms, like its mission, are simple and bold. Its fans, known for their passion and pride, have adopted this beautiful game played on a frozen sheet of ice as their own. Together, they have transformed this region, once known as Happy Valley, into Hockey Valley. This is their story. The Penn State Hockey Story.
2017 NHL Draft is in Chicago. Beautiful shots of the Windy City, and there are the most recent picks. Pick 90 to the Chicago Blackhawks, Evan Barrett. Years of sacrifice, dedication, early mornings, late nights, blood, sweat, and tears. and more tears on this Saturday morning. Look at how much it means to Evan Barrett.
As the second round goes by, just getting more antsy, and then the third round, and I knew that around then that was going to be my spot, and then when I heard National Team Development Program, and I knew it was by Chicago, and I knew it was going to be me, so I mean I was just filled with emotions, and I know anyone who's seen the video can relate. So.
Well, you see his dad there, Jeff Barrett. He played 4 years as a goalie in the Quebec Major Junior League and now is an assistant coach with the Sarnia Sting, so he understands how things work. Evan, he's a competitive, smart player, always kind of in the middle of the action, according to scouts that see him a lot. He's got the big engine, which everybody likes that, and he's off to Penn State University, a kid from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, so he's probably really excited about heading to Penn State and being a Nittany Lion.
I think obviously that we're going the right direction. I think this has all happened a lot sooner than most people would have thought. To have, I think, 15 guys go to NHL camps right now it's an indication that not only are we having success, that we're as a collectively, but we're having a lot of players that are getting recognized for the individual skills they have, and that NHL teams think that what they're learning here at Penn State and how they're developing is going to equate well at the very highest level, and it's something we're very proud of.
We look at the very top of this 6th round at pick 156, Denis Smirnov. College hockey fans know all about this potent scorer out of Penn State. Steve Mears has more.
Tony, what a year for Denis Smirnov as a freshman. He led the nation in scoring by freshmen, 47 points in 39 games with Penn State.
It was a dream come true and shock at the same time, so it was a dream when I started knowing about NHL when I was really, really young, and seeing my friends, and I was happy for them, and I wish I could get drafted too, and I was fortunate to get drafted, so it was a surreal feeling.
At school, and I was actually playing golf with, Trevor Hamilton. I called my mom and my dad, and they were kind of freaking out. My mom was crying, so, I mean, it was a very cool feeling. Like I said, I didn't think it would ever happen, but, it ended up happening. I'm very grateful for it, but I'm just going to keep moving forward, and like I said, it's just another stepping stone, so.
The NHL is noticing Penn State in a big way as 15 former and current players participated in NHL developmental camps throughout North America last summer.
Hey, my name is Nikita Pavlichev.
My name's Andrew Sturts. You're watching Penn State Hockey Story. There it is. There it is. There it is. Nailed it. Let's go Nittany Lions.
I went to the Anaheim Ducks camp, and I'm really thankful for the experience, and I learned a lot and made a lot of good friends there.
Nashville is it's a great first-class organization. When we got there was people there waiting at the airport with your name on an iPad to drive you to the rink.
The NHL camp I went to was San Jose. It was a great experience. I learned a lot.
So the Oilers camp, I was in contact with Edmonton, and they said they were looking for another guy to fill a spot in that camp, and obviously I wasn't going to turn down an opportunity like that.
The Sabres called me about a month and a half before the camp, asked me if I wanted to go, and obviously I did. And it was such a great learning experience, seeing what the best of the best do on and off the ice.
There's 3 of us here, me, Sturts, and Bergs, and we've been hearing a lot of compliments about our great season, about the Big Ten. Everyone watched that apparently.
I just got a call a couple weeks ago from Mark Recchi and said that I was invited to development camp, and I figured, take advantage of it. It's the first one I've ever been to, so I'm just going to try and take in as much information as possible and hopefully translate it for next season at Penn State.
There's a lot of really good skill stuff here. Skating, these guys work on their backhands a lot. Just little stuff like that. Nothing huge, but I think just every part of my game can improve, and I'm constantly trying to do whatever I can to improve it.
It was definitely cool to being able to compare myself to the other, great players from all over the world, and seeing guys who had already played in the NHL and kind of seeing where I'm at compared to those guys. Yeah, I thought I hung in there for sure.
Come on, you did great, right?
I'm not gonna say that.
All right.
It's awesome for everyone going, and even the guys that don't. You know, it just shows that our program's really elevating, and it's nice to see we're getting rewarded a little bit.
Yeah, the Blackhawks staff, they feel like I'm in great hands here, and I feel the same way. And so, I mean, they've kept in touch, and so everything's good with all the staff there, and they know I'm at the right place for me, and I'm happy here. So it's going well.
They love what Penn State's doing here, and they got nothing but good things to say about this program. So I think it's a good fit.
We've actually got a lot of positive feedback and almost somewhat surprising about how well our guys did. They loved how they worked. They loved what kind of condition they were in and how they played the game. We got a lot of great feedback of how they fit in at the NHL level, and that makes us feel very good.
There are so many emotions this weekend with the stakes of the game, and then also seniors playing their last home regular season series here at Pegula. Obviously, you want your guys to play with energy and emotion, but how do you not allow it to become too much a part of the game?
You know what? That's a good question. I think because of these four guys, these four seniors, they mean so much to the team and to the guys in the locker room, our whole program, that it's going to be emotional no matter what we do. So I think we just have to go for it. We're not necessarily going to try tamper it because it is what it is, and they deserve that emotion. They've meant so much. You look at where the program was before they got here to where it is now, and to how people feel about them as leaders and how they feel about our program and the perception of us in general. They have such a huge part in that it's going to be emotional no matter what way you cut it.
Comes all the way through, near point drive, Mallory deflection, score! Penn State strikes first, the Nittany Lions up 1-0 here in the opening period.
There's never been a weekend like this for Penn State. Sweep the series against the 8th-ranked Golden Gophers and host the first games of the Big Ten tournament. Against this same team the following Friday. Lose and most likely head to Minneapolis. This would be one of the most memorable 2 days of regular season hockey in school history. The Nittany Lions served notice from the opening face-off that they wanted to stay at home, and they were willing to pay the price every single shift. Senior Trevor Hamilton led the way.
Marsh into the Gopher end.
Oh, yeah!
Havlicek 2-on-1 out front.
Havlicek 2-on-1 with Hamilton.
Hamilton scores! Havlicek to Hamilton. Penn State back up 2-1. 9:29 left, second period.
The emotion was funneled from the fans, through the players, entirely at the Golden Gophers. 4 lines, relentless in their pursuit of a perfect Penn State hockey game. Eric Audio, the perfect breakout artist, has had a tremendous effect on the younger players. And while they haven't perfected his technique, they are getting the job done.
Unable to sneak it back to center. Second try now. Kerr to Folks, and Folks jams it past Lindgren. Sprints past him to the puck in the Gopher end. 1-on-1. Dangles, fires, scores! Liam Folks! What a play! And Penn State leads it 3-1. He beats Robson short side. A dangle and a goal for Folks. His 11th of the year.
Liam Folks 1 against 2. Shoots, scores! 3-1. Liam Folks and Penn State.
Peyton Jones was sharp even though he wasn't busy. But this weekend was a microcosm for the captain. James Robinson knows only one speed, and that is full. Imagine the fastest player on the ice bearing down on you time and time again. It has an effect on opponents and on coaches. But on this night, you could see a transfer from senior to freshman as Evan Barrett was doing his best James Robinson impression.
And it's Penn State now out of their own end. Evan Barrett, who just threw that big check on Ryan Lindgren, scores! Evan Barrett, he's doing everything now.
Penn State would tally 61 shots on goal. An incredible display for one of the best offenses in college hockey. A statement game in which Penn State could not and would not be stopped. And hopefully, they had saved some for game number 2.
Turnover, Lemos, scores! Right spot, right time, top shelf Lemos, and Penn State has a 5-1 lead.
If Penn State were to win on Saturday during senior night and earn home ice advantage for the first round of the Big Ten tournament, it would mean the seniors would have another weekend at home.
That was a game, huh? Best of the year, maybe? I think so. Let's go back and get them tomorrow.
How does James Robinson, as a fourth-line senior, fall into the captain role and be successful?
You know what? This guy, when he was a sophomore, we had our first game, and he had his first shift, and he broke his collarbone badly. And it was a season-ending injury. He actually had it broken before and had played. So he played one shift of his sophomore year and was a unanimous choice for captain as a junior. So figure that one out.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of leader he is. I mean, for that to have, I mean, that's unbelievable.
Right.
A one-game series. Winner gets home ice. The players hope to use the emotion of senior night to their advantage. And even though Minnesota came out swinging, Penn State answered the bell.
Glover spills down, Fulks gains the zone, tucks it back, Lemos, shot, scores! Alex Lemos!
Lemos brought the arena to its feet and put the Gophers in a hole. And even though this game was not as perfect of an effort as the night before, in terms of execution for Penn State, their heart was evident throughout.
Other way, it's a breakaway for Pitlick. In on goal, Deeks fires, and Jones sliding deep into his crease.
Jones protected his paint while Limoges, Pavlichev, and Smirnov attacked the Gopher net.
Slide again, walks down low, slams it on, shot, rebound, Smirnov scores! Dennis Smirnov to zip Penn State!
This weekend was more than a celebration. It was a team coming together and serving notice to the hockey world.
Penn State neutral zone, Soucy. Soucy's a 3-on-1, up the far wing, Gopher end, dragged, near side, Byro scores! Brandon Byro from Soucy's, 3-zip Penn State!
A little off balance, he's got to watch it. Soucy's and Penn State ready to break. Byro down the near side, Nate Soucy's, Byro! Back of the goal, 3-0, Penn State, it's Byro again.
This was for the seniors, for the fans. This was for Penn State.
Eric Gaudio flings it, Smirnov, top of the near ring, Dello deflected, score! Top shelf on the redirect by Alex Limoges. 4-1, Penn State on the power play goal. Alex Limoges is having himself one heck of a weekend.
The storybook ending to the weekend was written by the captain, James Robinson.
Robinson, neutral zone, center ice shot, scores! There's your senior night moment. James Robinson, the left-handed snipe.
Senior Matt Ehrlichman got his moment too. And the rest of the Nittany Lions didn't get to send the seniors off in the usual way. For this weekend, usually reserved for some sadness and goodbyes, felt like so much more, because it was. The 2 wins ensured a home series in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Another first for this senior class, who will always be remembered for giving their all for the glory of Old State.